chelas, chingando tacos, picking on stove, Chicano shuffle, all kinds of masa, Bernie's all nervous, give them a beer, Chicano shuffle, Esteve's an asshole, just lost some fans, oh well, tough shit.
Oh shit.
Chicano shuffle, Ramon's el guapo, he tells good stories, let's interrupt.
We will.
Chicano shuffle, we love our fans, we hope you like this, if not, oh well. Hello and welcome back to another episode of Chicano Shuffle. This is Ramon.
Steves.
Fernando.
Snow.
¿Cómo están todos? How was your pinche el día del pavo, cabrones?
Chingón, güey. It's my official start of my winter body.
Vámonos.
So I start working on my winter body after Thanksgiving.
Oh, okay. All right.
Sounds familiar, güey.
Gain a few pounds.
Chingón, güey.
Que that's frito, yeah, güey. It's like 77 today.
I mean, you gotta be insulated, ¿no? You gotta throw in a little grasita para mantenerse calientitos y todo and shit.
Crazy weather, bro.
It comes when it goes. I can't wait till it's like nice and chilly.
It's gonna be probably only a week, and then it's gonna be hot again.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, and then once it gets hot, and then the next day va a estar lloviendo, cabrón.
It's LA.
Was anoche? You saw that fucking fog?
Yeah,
anoche. Película anoche.
Yeah, anoche estaba chingón, güey.
Shit came in pretty good.
Yeah? No, I was watching fucking Spider-Man Homecoming.
Oh, yeah?
Ahí bien a gusto ese con su cobija.
I was
San
with
Marcos.
the mija.
He picked up the San Marcos from the dry cleaners.
Fuck that,
Ya
dude.
está.
No. Suavecito, güey, all the way.
Yeah, so
Suavecito. No, what is it? El dame de los
Suavitel.
pobres. Ándale, el suavitel, güey.
El jabonzote. El jabonzote.
No, but last night,
Same shit.
the kid came over for Thanksgiving.
Oh, nice, man.
So we were hanging out yesterday. We watched the Goonies, you know.
Oh, some classics.
Yeah. Mija pointed out, like, everything's so dramatic, güey.
In the Goonies?
Yeah, güey. Todo gritan, todos. It's like everything's like fucking.
So it's kind of like my house.
Level 9 pa todo, güey. I'm like, holy shit.
On the drama scale?
I mean, yeah, it's one of those que you never notice until it gets pointed out, and then like it gets shattered.
Yeah. I got suckered into Stranger Things, way.
I got suckered in.
Yeah, way.
Este, güey.
I gave it two tries, way. Una vez, I don't know, I guess the stars were aligning in the right direction, and I started watching it. Fuck, way, I binge watched that shit. Do you guys like that? The Netflix?
I do enjoy the binge watching, but it's got that.
But then you fucking finish it right away, and then you have to wait fucking months.
Yeah, but
Está chido, güey. I enjoy it. It's fine.
Yeah.
lo bueno,
Así lo hacía antes.
the good thing is that actually, yeah, you're right. You
We used to record it on the thing and just...
Yeah, and then just...
We couldn't... It's hard to sit down one episode and then be like,
a
fuck,
week,
güey.
and then estás toda la pinche semana like,
Yeah.
oh, fuck, dude.
Or they go on vacation for like 6 months.
They do, yeah.
So fucking...
We forget they have lives, right?
Yeah, right?
Yeah, and so that's what it was. But I do enjoy the binge watching.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I just I introduced La Jefita to Mindhunter.
Oh, Mindhunter?
Yeah, I just introduced her, and luckily it's in Netflix in español.
¿Cuál es esa, güey?
That's the one I was telling you about the FBI profilers for serial killers. So yeah, the Jefita's watching it and shit. So that was a pretty good one.
Because that kind of reminds me of the Goonies, kind of in a way, the Stranger Things.
Well, como te dijimos, the Stranger Things it's a combination of all the 80s. It's got Ghostbusters.
It's probably gonna...
And it has some 90s in it too.
Yeah?
I don't know.
What's the 90s?
Can't remember, but I've seen like one or two.
I call fake news.
The Sarah Fawcett hairspray was fucking... they didn't release that. 89 was the last year of production stuff.
Right?
No, pero fucking... I think that show is very popular. Way fuck, and maybe it's gonna change like even how music is written. Way maybe we have a new '80s wave coming back again.
Well, not only that, ya está. También está también.
Yeah, I thought the '90s were pretty big as far as fashion. The '90s was big with fashion and stuff like that. But I think that this show's probably gonna bring the '80s a little bit more into like.
I'm saying, yeah, after the first season, like we were talking, way like.
Yeah.
you noticed a shift in a lot of things. Started going with that retro 80s look way. Well, after the Stranger Things and after the Guardians of the Galaxy way.
Yeah, and now Thor.
Yeah, well, Thor is more a little bit. Yeah, it's got an 80s, but también tiene 90s, a little bit of the style. But what I did notice, and watching the Spider-Man Homecoming, la nueva, is that when they go to spoiler alert, all right, if you haven't seen it,
God,
so
If you haven't seen it, you guys suck.
yeah, so van a agüitar.
Right.
But there's a scene where they go to the Homecoming, and when they walks in, they're playing Flock of Seagulls.
Oh, and Iran?
No, it's esta. Oh, what was the other one? The other famous one. I forgot the name. I'll look it up right now.
Esos son los de la música.
Yeah, but and I'm like, holy shit, and I'm like, me quedé, fucking A. I mean,
It's because that's what I'm saying. After that first season and the Guardians, you saw that shift. Like everybody noticed that everybody was liking all this shit. So what he's saying is going to happen. It already started to happen. It just hasn't fully hit like the fashion side of it, but
It's gonna bring an 80s wave,
but it's
for
brought
sure.
it already has a little wave, like with the music and movies. Like all these directors now that grew up in the 80s are like they're letting them throw in like their shit.
But with music, I don't think that much wave. With music, we had a wave of folk and acoustic kind of music that was
like
coming in.
like a modern
Like
bluegrass.
Edward Sharp and like stuff like
and
that.
lo-fi and all that.
So I think maybe like that 80s sound wave, that like the bands you were listening,
Yeah.
you were showing me earlier.
Yeah.
And it's cool to think that a show can do that way, you know, like to inspire a whole culture and like to change.
Well, that's the one thing about I'm really digging about this time that we're living in. It's like we're living in a very privileged time that maybe a lot of the younger generation doesn't really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Because even in movies, the special effects is phenomenal.
Yeah.
It looks real.
Yeah.
Just watching that, like I said, I was watching the Goonies, and then there's a scene at the end where spoiler alert if you haven't seen the Goonies.
Pues. This is the movie show right here. With the movie episode.
The ship, the pirate ship, the One Eye Willie, is taking off, and you see it good, but then when it's really leaving towards the horizon,
It kind of does.
yeah,
weird.
it's a weird
It's
little ship.
pixelated
I'm
kind
like,
of.
what the fuck? I'm like, estos güeyes pinches chafas, but then I'm like, oh
No,
shit.
but back then that should look pretty.
Yeah, that
badass.
was pretty fucking badass. But now it's like you're watching, these Marvel movies or whatever it is. It looks so fucking real.
Yeah.
That it's hard to fucking.
Yeah, but later on, those movies are gonna look all cheapy too.
Yeah, they probably are. Because I look at movies in the 90s.
The first Transformers are already starting to look a bit like old.
But isn't it the type of film that they use or the way they're
No,
filming
the
it?
special effects.
It's a special effect.
Because
Pero
that-
the thing también fue que
the way
like
that
they
it's
started
mastered that, man. No, it's different way. If you see movies from the 90s and the 2000s that don't have special effects, the way that they master it and the equipment that's used changes. You can tell that it's an older movie.
Because some of the movies from the 90s look pretty dark, and you watch them now, you can see almost everything.
You know which one still stands out really good is like Terminator 2.
That's a good
The
one.
T-1000.
Yeah, the liquid metal.
Yeah, it still looks like
That was done really good.
Yeah.
It started to show a little bit of age though.
It does.
Pero lo que iba a decir yo es que around like when he's saying the Transformers, the first one and todo eso, they were heavily relying like, let's CG everything.
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna do this. Fuck it, CG everything. Like we just fucking green screen everything. Way.
What's CG way so people
The
understand?
visual
Computer
effects,
generated.
the computer generated effects. So, and then like there was a little backlash where everything was like, and everybody's like, "Dick, everything's fucking fake now." Blah.
Yeah.
It's
And
taking
then now
jobs.
they've dialed it back, and now it's more subtle, and I think that's why it might hold up more because now they're mixing more like practical effects with the visual effects.
Yeah.
So you still have the green screen, but more stuff is real.
Yeah.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, still, but what I also noticed is to what Fernie's saying is that I've started noticing that I sometimes read the credits and I start seeing that now they're doing backgrounds, like background displays, and they're starting to do like back in the old days they used to get like a big old canvas wall and they used to paint it to make it look like the back scene, kind of make
Well,
it.
they'd use a lot of green screens nowhere to do
No.
a lot of the
But
special.
But there's a lot of I started to notice that there's some that are starting to use going back to the old school ways, right?
Yeah. Some of them, they actually use a piece of glass and they paint on the glass, the background, but it's not even in the background. It's literally in front of the camera, and they have to tell whoever's acting or the extras, you can't walk past this
Mark?
because then it's gonna look weird because they do like a forced perspective on that piece of glass that's painted on.
La madre.
But see, it's good to take it back because, like in music, también when you record a song and you use the real player to give it that analog feel, it's different than the Pro Tools sound. It's maybe to the normal audience, you're not gonna really tell, but it gives it that warmth and depth that they used to have back in the days.
No, también I think it's like the same thing, like that resurgence of vinyl way. Like
yeah, vinyl's big too now.
So like it's the same thing, like the digital. I don't know, yeah, like that analog sound, that static. Everybody says just noise. Why do you want the noise in your music?
Makes it more organic.
Yeah. No, yeah, but like it gives it something to your ears that it just sounds more natural, you know?
But those old record players too, they have the tubes that would heat up, and that gives that warmth effect as well.
I mean, wasn't that like a very big thing with the amplifiers? I mean, that a lot of musicians really.
Yeah, I mean, I can't play anything that's called solid state that doesn't have any tubes.
Tubes, yeah.
Tubes are like the way to go because it gives you that warmth that maybe to the person's ear they're not going to be able to kind of distinguish what it is, but they'll know that it sounds different.
Saying, like it gives it something, like they say, like the digitals, it's cleaner, it's better, it sounds everything.
Yeah.
You can hear everything.
Yeah.
But maybe it's too clean, you know? Like
it
sounds unnatural.
Have you guys seen the documentary with Jack White, The Edge, and
Mike Gilloud? Bono.
Yeah.
No.
Bono, Jimmy Page, and Jack White.
No, it's
Bono's
the guitarist.
The Edge, yeah, sorry. The Edge,
Jimmy Page, and that one's really good because you see the different styles of each band or guitarist.
I liked when what's his name, Jimmy Page, went to their house where they recorded, and how he explained like they weren't even in the studio; they were in this room. The drummer was in this room, and the way the room was built, gave a certain sound that when they recorded a different song, they moved him somewhere else, or they did something, and it changed the whole sound.
That was all Jimmy Page. He used to do all the miking for Led Zeppelin. He was the guy that was the brains of all that. The other thing about Zeppelin too is we're talking about like warmth and depth. I feel like new artists now, they concentrate on being perfectionists, and the thing that Led Zeppelin had is if Jimmy Page and Jimi Hendrix, if you hear those guys play, a lot of the times they're playing out of tune. And they're playing notes that they're not really supposed to be playing, but that's what makes it sound like authentic and kind of real.
And the recordings too. Remember Jimmy Page too? Like you can hear dude making cafe in the back. They have all kinds of fuck ups in the recording. It's like, Dick, that's what makes it sound. Like when they've asked him, he's like, Dick, we didn't put a restriction. Cállense todos, güey. It's just
shut up,
do your thing. Yeah. And it was a good take, so we just fucking put it in there.
Yeah.
And you can hear someone in the back like doing something. You're like,
oh shit. No,
yeah, they were awesome. And then in those days, now we have
that house he was talking about.
Well, there's and I'm gonna get back to you, but there's a recording de Juan Gabriel. Hasta que te conocí.
Yeah.
On that
song, is that the gunshot one?
When it gets it's in the middle of the song when the music is still going and then he starts.
I thought it was at the end.
No, it's like in the middle. Yeah, it's a little bit past the middle when it's on his solo and you just hear him like wailing. You could hear in the background the gunshots.
Was he drunk too or something?
He was just hurt. He was hurt. Esa canción le rompió el alma, or whoever it was, le rompió el alma.
Le rompió otras cosas también.
I don't know.
Le rompió el sello y el alma.
Ramon knows him, man.
It was never. He wasn't the man in me.
Yeah, that's what it was.
That was Mr. Señor, the man in me.
I didn't know that way. What song is that?
Hasta que te conocí.
And he's the one that shoots the gun?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I know I'm not gonna do it justice. I'm not gonna do it justice. But, it's on that song, and I'll try to I'll look for it right now and see if I can hear what minute it is, and I'll let the listeners go. So if you listen to Juan Gabriel or anything, when you get to that song, really listen to it, and you can hear in the background,
pretty loud way. I mean, you gotta hear it way.
No, but the thing is that the music is loud, and he's in the studio, and according to the story, the producer that told the story of this one is that he went in and he sang it, and while he's in the zone, he's fucking in it. Es que nos saca el pinche cohete, güey.
Le puso 2 hoyos en el ceiling, güey.
No, un chingo. Like, it's like 9 of them.
Fuck.
I think he must have had a 10 clip round.
Esa grabación le salió cara, güey.
There we go. But no, hey, if you listen to it, you won't hear it until you pay attention to it. You're like, holy shit, there it is. Yeah, but it's one of those little things that I like about that song. I mean, despite the lyrics, despite the meaning and the music and everything,
to it, no?
That adds to it. And every time I hear it, I get goosebumps.
Yeah.
Se me hace el cuero de gallina, güey.
You get goosebumps on your goosebumps? It's intense.
Eso está buena.
I don't know. I cut you off, Esteban.
No. I was just going to say how, like, in those days, everything was a lot harder. Like, you guys are talking about Jimmy Page recording Zeppelin. Like, even the way that they would splice when they would fuck up, they had to literally cut and splice the fucking real way. Nowadays, it's a fucking command on Pro Tools. There's certain commands.
Keystroke.
Yeah, keystroke away. You found the song?
Yeah.
You found? Oh, okay. Well, let me see if I can.
I found it on YouTube.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh no, well, I have it right here on my Spotify, but
no. Ponemos on the thing. Right?
Yeah, we'll put it on. I'll put the time. I just wanted to make sure, see where it was at.
I just found out that Billy Corgan is 50 years old, way.
Oh, no,
that fucking shocked me.
Man.
Like, damn, time goes by fast, way.
I thought he was older.
50 years, way? You thought he was older?
I thought it was younger.
Well, I remember him in high school when they fucking blew up, and now to think that he's 50. And he was talking about in an interview, he was saying how record companies como son, way, like they fucking, in one of the Smashing Pumpkins' clause,
yeah,
they put that they're gonna have rights to anything that he records in this and other universes, way.
What the?
Like, it was literally in the clause, way.
In other universes?
Yeah, way. Like they own them.
Fuck?
Yeah, way. Like wherever you make in Mars or wherever, we own that shit too.
But what?
Yeah, it's part of the clause, way. They put it in the clause.
Why would they put that?
Because they don't know.
Because they knew they'd go to another place.
Who knows? They wanted to make sure they were covered.
In case they go to El Gavilán with the fucking typewriter to record it.
Hazme casita.
No, it's just cabrones. Yeah, and I guess that's why it's important. You got to read every document. I mean, how many of you guys fucking read the
fine print?
Yeah.
Nah.
No one reads shit.
Like, you know, even when you download an app, it says, do you accept the terms? I'm like...
Well, I mean, even if you read it, though, how many people are going to understand it?
No, and even if you decline it, it won't let you move forward.
You're not going to go forward, yeah.
Yeah, you can't go forward.
So, a huevo te forzan de que lo pongas, and then al rato like, hey, this thing ain't working. Hey, you said you agreed to the terms, puto.
Yeah.
So ya te chingaste. So pay us up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is a pinche
in that arbitration, everything has arbitration. You can't sue anybody anymore
because you agreed to it.
You agreed to arbitration and stupid.
They put some fancy-ass words to trick the raza.
And apparently, I have to start looking for other dimensions in my
that's what he said.
I have to, fucking... No, está cabrón, güey.
We own your pictures in this dimension and any other dimension.
Fucking Twilight Zone.
Anyways, so I've been meaning to talk to you guys about this. Algo que me pasó entre semana. So, fucking, la ranfla wasn't working, so I ended up taking the train to work, right? And then on my way back, was ya era tarde. And the mija was still at work. She picked me up at the train stop. So I'm like, fuck it, I'll just take the bus. So I'm waiting at the bus. And then there's this young girl, I don't know, like in her 20s, early 20s.
And you were looking at her text messages?
No.
Making sure
no. She's at the bus stop. But behind the bus stop right here on Western and Normandy. Western and Expo.
Right away, putting the spot on blast.
Because there might be some people around there like, hey, I know that fucking corner. Right? So there's a payphone. And she's, you know.
There's a payphone?
Yeah, there's a payphone there.
Shit.
It still exists?
Yeah, that's what I'm surprised, right?
Yeah.
So she's trying it, and eso que una señora. She's a nice lady, older lady. La ve, and she's struggling, and then she's like, "Hey, do you want to use my phone?" And the girl at first she's like, "Nah, you know, I got the, you know, I just got to make a quick phone call." All right, cool. And I guess she tries it, and she calls, and I guess her man doesn't answer. He se traga su moneda, right? Mm-hmm. So then the girl's all pissed off, and then the lady offers again, hey, you know, you just need to make a quick phone call. You can use my phone. Yeah. And I'm listening to this, and it starts in the way.
Of course.
Right? I'm playing it off.
Al lado de las dos está.
I know, like, I just fucking...
Waiting for us. Está como el stone, el podcast, waiting to come in.
Jump in.
I got the solution.
I've seen Ramon being fucking all incognito. Incognito.
Ay, wait. Fuck. We just... Still just shot a bear right now.
Talk about those fucking shit in the background, güey. Balazos.
Sorry, Peter.
So then, so the lady le pasa el teléfono a la muchacha. She dials, and dude, I was like, qué pinche gente, cómo se pasan. This girl lasted like about 5 minutes on the phone.
Mm-hmm. So she eventually took the cell phone.
Exactly. She ended up taking the cell phone. Pero se agarró like, no, I'm right here. I'm waiting for the bus. Y que sabe que, no. We still need to talk about what happened yesterday. No.
Saying
yeah, I could just hear her side of it. I can't hear the guy's side.
Oh, yeah, duh.
I know.
No, you probably were listening to the other side, too.
Probably.
Knowing you.
No, pero estaba sentado. I wasn't going to give up my seat.
Sure.
The bench? Fuck it. So, then what you may call it? Se agarra la muchacha like, nah, like, no, don't. You're not going to pick me up anyways. Well, I'm right here at the bus stop. Yeah. Y que, la chingada. No, I'm just going to go home. I just got out of work. Y que la chingada. I'm going to go do laundry. And I'm like, what the fuck? So,
and that's the conversation they're having on this lady's phone?
On this lady's phone. And the lady, I can look at the lady, and the lady's just like looking at her. And it's like, okay.
Se le fue el vaso a la pobre señora.
Pinche batería, 25%. ¿No?
Se está pagando por minutos, güey. Ya le chingó. Le bajó el saldo, güey.
Fucking Telcel.
Right? No te miento, güey. She had a whole conversation of what she had in lunch.
Ah, no mames.
What she was she was
and this is all in 5 minutes?
Like in the span of 5 minutes.
Saying it was a long ass.
It was instead of something like
4:43 still.
Oh, okay.
To be exact.
Instead of saying, "Hey, I'm at the bus stop. I'm heading home. I'll call you when I get home. I lost my cell phone. I'm using this lady's cell.
Nada.
All right, I'll see you." No, that's it.
Yeah.
You could keep it down to a minute. Maybe a minute and a half if they got questions. You're like, ¿quién es este pinche celular? ¿Quién es ese güey? No, es una lady o lo que sea.
Yeah.
Right? But I'm like, y me agarré like, pinche gente aprovechada. Yeah. Like, dude, why do they do that? Why do they take advantage?
Hey, doña, you have space? I'm gonna download Instagram to make sure. Let me check my Snap really quick.
By the way, de una vez, pues dando el shuffle, ¿no? While you're on the phone.
Hey, can I listen to a podcast?
I'm just gonna listen to his podcast real quick. No me la quiero perder.
No es mucho. This guy's, es más, it's just all dead space anyways.
Yeah.
I just want to hear the sponsors. That's my segment.
Yeah.
If they only told me where they were at, because ya se le olvidó, güey.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, yeah. I forgot already. But then I was thinking, like, fuck this. So luego, cuando está pasando este desmadre, I reach into the backpack y salgo la libertita, güey. So I write it down. I'm all like, bus stop, public phone, Good Samaritan, aprovechada. So I can remember the whole fucking story, güey.
Oh, my God.
Like, in the way it goes. And I'm all like, no mames. I'm like, pinche gente.
So was there a question? Because you said I was meaning to ask you guys something.
Oh, yeah. What I wanted to ask you is like...
Is it douchey?
Yeah, it's douchey.
Yeah, you know what? It is douchey. But my whole thing is like, has that ever happened to you? When like people like you want to offer a good hand y se aprovechan.
Yeah.
I know that
talking about the tacos, remember?
I know Esteban with the burrito.
No, ya no pinche señora le tacos and she got for the whole familia, güey.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Aprovechada, güey.
Yeah, fucking. So that's my whole thing. I'm like, dude, I gotta bring this one up.
Yeah.
I had to write it down before I forget it and shit.
Yeah.
Te tengo otra pinche story from this week también, güey.
A ver, avienta.
It's funny, but it's sad at the same time, güey.
I like where
so check it out.
It's a romantic comedy.
Algo así, güey. It's more of a drama comedy, güey. Like, vas a ver, porque, okay. So, alguien que conozco, mejor no doy names like Ramón and calles, güey. Pero, so they're driving down the street, right? And all of a sudden, pinche carro se les va loco, right? What the fuck? Like, fucking, they lose control. Like, well, not control, but they're trying to keep it in control, but it's going out of control, right?
Oh, shit.
So they stop, right? They stop and they get off. They look. What the fuck? My back wheel is gone, way.
What the fuck?
The fucking back wheel was like gone. Like there was no back wheel. Like it was fucking dragging.
The fuck?
It was dragging on the fucking on the brake.
Chispas everywhere.
Yeah, so fucking. Pero ni cuenta. Like they fucking choose. I don't know how far they were driving like that, right?
Wow.
But fucking so out of control. Se para. She's like, what the fuck? And while this is happening. So while this is happening, someone runs up and says, "Hey, se te voló la llanta, your fucking tire went flying." And she's like, what? What the fuck? Your tire went flying? What the fuck's happening? And like they're all fucking dismayed. And then the dude's like, yeah, and it hit some lady waiting for the bus.
Oh, shit. So is that a hit and run or what?
So like a block back, there's a señora with a tire on top of her.
Oh my God, man.
And es esos pinches llantas perronas mamadas de narcos, right? The size 20.
The 22.
But my thing is, Dick, how do you not see a giant fucking SUV tire coming at you?
How do you not feel it?
No,
Well,
I
she
mean-
felt it. He said that she was trying to get control of the car.
Was it the rear tire?
Yeah. But I'm saying my thing, if you're at the bus stop, right? And there's a tire flying at you, güey. No las esquivas? Whoa, watch that shit. Whoa.
Unless she was on her cell phone. Right?
Maybe they were using some lady's cell phone more than
maybe
they
they
should. More than they should.
But that's why
Peleándose con el novio.
But that's why I remember, because he said at the bus stop, and I was like, oh shit, I gotta stop a bus stop
Eso de
story.
pelear con la gente, güey, gets you in trouble, güey. I remember one time my friend, he used to have like a 65 Ford fucking truck, the old stick shift fucking truck.
Tree on the tree?
No, it wasn't tree on the... No, tenía
Tree
abajo.
on the tree?
Yeah. Pero el güey fue a echar gas, güey, y empezó a empezó a pelear con la vieja, güey. Que ¿dónde estás? Nah, que estoy echando gas, que no le hagas de pedo. Que you're never here. So he starts fucking arguing with her, güey. Pone el gas, güey, chingón. Turns the fucking truck on y se va. Y pinche madero que deja, güey. El pendejo le puso diesel, güey.
No, mames.
He put diesel instead of regular gas, güey.
Wait, but well, I don't think the diesel entra al... Isn't it like a different
I thought it was-
nozzle?
I don't know. He
It's
says
a
he
little
put
different,
diesel.
but I mean-
He said he put diesel, güey.
Depende donde fue. Could happen.
Holy shit,
No
güey.
sé, güey.
No,
Maybe that's why they changed it after his
Probably,
incident.
right? No mames, güey.
I thought you were going to say que se fue con la manguera, güey.
Nah, güey. That's happened too. I've seen people do that shit, güey.
No, güey, ahorita que estás diciendo, you reminded me of something. I have a compa at work, el Chiquilín. He was telling me a story that he came into work early, and we have a Starbucks on the corner, literally just across the corner. And he estaba right there. When he gets in, dice que estaba un güero fucking going off on the baristas and everything, and todo, en chanclas y chori, y una t-shirt, güey. Fucking telling them off, and this is what's wrong with this country. You can, just going off, dude, insulting everybody in there.
Shit.
So there's this paisa, well dressed, raza, he's raza, in a suit that rolled up on a Maserati, way. And he's like waiting to get served, and then finally he just gets nervous. Le dice el cabrón, hey man, why don't you just shut the fuck up and let them do their job, man. Some of us got to go to work. Y que se agarra, fuck you, you know, you que esto and otro, insulting him. And the guy starts laughing. And the barista, silent manager, and I guess takes the other man, the que está haciendo desmadre, pulls him to the side or whatever, and I guess gives him his coffee. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Right? So, fucking my whole thing is like, have you been in that's the other one. Have you been in a situation where fucking someone's going off and you just want to just say, hey, just shut the fuck up, dude.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here. Ya cállate, güey. And you know what? Okay, you're pissed off, fine. But everybody makes mistakes.
Yeah.
You know, look, my guy orders like fucking to take it out on the people. Yeah, they fuck up. They fucked up my orders many times. They even fuck up my name.
They do?
Yeah.
What do they say?
Me ponen
Yeah.
Ramoni.
Well,
Tienes cara de
better than
Ramoni.
Fausta. Yeah.
You know
I go
what-
Fausto and I spell it out for them, and then Fausta. Like, you stupid.
You know what they
look
say?
like a Fausta.
You know what they tell me at Starbucks? Where there's been numerous times that they
Stefan?
put Stella.
What the fuck?
Stella.
Stella.
Stella, here's your grande fucking cold brew.
Oh, shit.
También pareces Stella.
You look more like a Stefan.
Stefan. Stefan?
Yeah,
Shy
because-
latte?
Jack Stefan.
Because también tengo otro.
Stefanski. They used to call me Stefanski when I was in high school.
Stevanovich. I used to
The
call you
Jack Stefan?
Yeah, también Stevanovich.
Stefanovski. Yeah, pinche comercial me la cagó, güey. Right around the 9th or 10th grade.
Fucked up my life.
Oh, mala mía les cabe, culero.
Yeah, so that like, if your drains are clogged,
Yeah.
call Stefan.
Jack
Jack Stefan. Yeah, para todos, Stefan.
Yeah,
Jack
those
Stefan.
privileged people are fucking get on my... My nerves on.
They think that the people that are working in those places, they see them like lower than them. No, like fuck, man, relax.
Well, even like us, like we used to work. Well, he still fucking works by it. Pero allá cuando andamos, those fucking people get crazy, way.
Yeah.
Like people con lana, you go, Dick, I can't put it like that. How you want me to put this? No, fucking, I just built this fucking I don't know how many $1 million house, and now you tell me I can't do it like this. It's fucking gonna cost me otros. I was like, then you should have asked first.
Yeah.
You should have asked. And they go crazy way. Like they went off. I called my boss. Pero una vez sí, they made us go back because the dude called like the CEO on his cell phone.
Yeah.
That we don't want to fucking put a line to his house, internet.
Fuck.
And then we went back. I went with the boss and he's like, we have to figure it out.
No.
But there's no way to do it. Like, you still have to change this whole thing, güey.
Yeah.
The other day me pasó que fui a arreglar un pinche forklift, güey, a una pinche bodega. Y I had my fucking, my coveralls on. Era un poco mugroso, güey, que estaba cabrón el jale. Y miré que tenían un desmadre en el piso, güey. So I'm like, their shit, de que me estaba estorbando. So agarré la pinche escoba y empecé a barrer todo el desmadre, güey.
Y se enojaron.
Y luego, no, güey. Y luego llega el manager y me empieza a hablar. Y luego llega the owner, this white guy. And he's like, he says hello. And I talked to him in English, of course. I was like, hey, how's it going, man? And he's like, finally one that talks English. Yeah, he's like, finally one that talks English, man. I like that. And I was like, I don't work for you, dude. I came to fix your fucking forklift. You know? Pero le dice al manager.
He wanted to sit you down like, hey, I want to know your points or your views on.
You see long-term longevity in this company?
What motivates you to get here? Is it just a paycheck?
Yeah, le dice al güey, finally, yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Finally one that answers in English. I was like, pinche vato, I don't even work here, puto.
I'm doing you a favor.
Yeah,
Te falló because I don't work here.
Me falló, güey, but I thought it was kind of weird, man.
So now he changes the policy, watch.
Yeah, he felt kind of stupid. He's like, oh, yeah, okay, yeah, I'm sorry. And then he started telling him, yeah, see, this is what I mean, though. Like, why don't they speak English? And the guy was like, dude, they speak English, but you want to practice your fucking Spanish, so you talk to them in Spanish, so they're not going to respond in English, way. You know, that was their debate, way.
Yeah, I can see that happening. I can see it. I'm like, yeah, it's happened.
Yeah,
because I veces que, you know, we go up to sites y los paisitos want to talk to you in English. I guess they want to practice it.
Yeah.
So I hear it and I'm like, ¿hablas español? Sí. Ya me agarro. No, pues sí, compa, estoy buscando. And then you can see the little heartbreak. You can hear their heartbreak.
Get all the wheats.
Oh, man, I want to practice
el
my
nopal?
English.
Oh.
Otro cabrón que me habla en español.
Me miraste el nopal. No, una vez cruzando ahí la frontera, güey. The fucking border patrol dude.
Cruzando la frontera. Was it your second time or the first time?
That was the legit time porque I was speaking to an agent. Were they border patrol? No, or are they fucking
some
customs?
Border patrol. No, some border patrol.
The dude's in la caseta, right? So fucking I roll up and the dude's like, so the donde viene? No, fucking.
The donde viene?
Yeah.
Donde vienen?
Sus documentos, por
Yeah,
favor.
so he fucking asked me in Spanish and yo le contesté and I answered him in English, right? So I'm like, hey, nah, bro, we just with some family, went to the beach, and I had some fucking seafood, blah, blah.
No.
So, ¿qué más hicieron? ¿Qué trying? I'm like, Dick, yeah, we went to the beach, we don't got anything. Like, we didn't even bring it. You want me to open the trunk, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Si ábreme la cajuela, por favor.
Oh
I'm like, what the fuck, Dick? I'm talking to you in English. How big is the nopal that I'm carrying on this?
Listen, Roger, I speak perfect English, okay? I don't need your bullshit
Let me
stereotypes.
speak to your manager, please.
I don't need your bullshit stereotypes. You want me to open the fucking trunk? I'll open the fucking trunk. This isn't fucking Cheech and Chong, bro. That's fucking stupid, no?
Stay away.
No, wait. But it's going to be like one of those things that fucking... I was con a friend of yours, estabas trabajando.
Oh, sí.
I go to this house, right?
No.
And it was a repeat. I guess someone was there previous than me, and they no la arreglaron bien, right? So I get there. And I'm like, hey, what's going on? You know, she's like, well, you know, this is working, but this is not. Well, when the guy left, I guess he didn't connect the gate or whatever, but I guess the gate connection was causing the problem.
Yeah.
Right?
So I fixed it.
He fixed it, but he might have told her, or he might have told somebody that, like, hey, your gate's fucked up.
Yeah.
You need to send somebody to repair that.
Yeah.
But se les olvida, and they want us to do everything, right? So I can see that. Being the issue right there. Yeah. But then when I start asking, I'm like, okay, so who was here?
Fernando Sarabia.
No. She didn't know the name. She didn't know the name.
It gets better.
Yeah, I'm like, and she didn't want to really answer. I'm like, okay, so I made it easier for her. Yeah. Was it a Hispanic? Was it a black gentleman? Asian? Yeah. Like, no, it was a Hispanic. Oh yeah, what was he wearing? Well, he had a heavy accent. I'm like, a heavy accent, and I start doing the lineup.
Did he have a Dodgers hat?
No, that way. I'm trying to. So I'm going through the file in my head. I'm like, all right, we got this vato, we got that vato. We got
You're doing the paisa check.
Yeah, we got Salas. No, we got Estrada. No, and I'm doing this and I'm doing that. I'm like, what else? What else can you tell me? What was he wearing? Or like, oh, he was wearing a baseball cap. A baseball cap. So then I'm doing the guys with the baseball caps, right? I'm like, no, pues este güey es moreno. Este es güero. I'm like, no. I'm like, the only ones that wear baseball caps is like Fernie. I'm like, was his name Fernando? Yes, Fernando. And I'm like, and I'm still baffled. I'm still like in shock. I'm like, an accent? Fernie doesn't have an accent. Y así me quedé. I'm like, pinche vieja pendeja, you know. Fernie might have told her what she did or what he did, and she's fucking, because she's saying he has an accent, no le puso atención, pinche vieja babosa, right?
Mexicano está pendejo.
Yeah, right? So, and I'm like, whatever.
Yeah,
so,
I remember.
You remember, right?
I remember.
So, when I get back into the yard, we're all coming back at the same time, we're hanging out right there, and right before the end of the shift, llega Fernando, he comes and he's talking to somebody else and laughing, and that's when all of a sudden I hear the fucking accent. Like, what the fuck? He does have an accent. Like, holy shit. I'm like just baffled looking at him, because every time he spoke, I'm like Stella, way. Cada vez que hablas, you know how she tilts the head? Yeah. And I'm all like fucking tilting the head, like, holy shit, how did I never fucking hear this accent?
Ay, güey. Chihuera racista.
You have an accent, güey?
Yeah, güey, I guess, güey.
The more exposed to the sun you are, the deeper it gets.
In my young 20s, tenía el primo aquí from Mexico que vivió con nosotros, que se me pegó first. Was it like a DF accent? Se me pegó. Oh, shit. And then at work, they used to give me all the paisas, way. So fucking somewhere in my early 20s, I picked up an accent, way. Fucking paisa accent.
It's not because of your travels around the world.
No, way. My travels around the world. Señor.
La cajuela, por favor.
Tacos.
Hey, speaking of señor, have they called you guys señor already?
All the time, dude. Mister. Oh, fucking, there was an incident right here in the alley about maybe a couple of months ago. Fucking, I hear Stella barking, so ya me vengo y me asomo. Yeah. And I see this fucking kid tagging. I'm like, what the fuck?
Did you bring out the baseball bat?
No.
He's like, I'm Dane, puto.
I should better say Dane when you're done.
I'm wicked, ese. Where you from, puto?
So, right away, que abro el pinche gate, I'm like, hey.
Oh, shit.
What's going on over here? Oh, sorry, mister.
Ramon talks to them like a counselor.
I'm like, hey, puto.
Hey,
not like a concerned citizen.
Let me show you over here to the condon aisle, remember?
So then I'm like, hey, what's going on, dude? What are you doing? Yeah. Oh, nothing. I'm just like, hey, fucking, just because you don't see anybody doesn't mean that, we use this alley, and you fucking taking it up is not helping. And in the back of my mind, I'm like, fuck, what is such a hypocrite, because I would have found an alley like this, I would have been throwing placazos everywhere. Yeah. Right? But I'm like,
that's karma hitting you back.
If it all fell within that week,
Yeah. So then I'm like, que sabe qué, que sabe cuánto. I'm like, nah, I'm sorry, it's just like, I won't do it again. I'm like, well, look, fucking, just don't come down this alley, don't come tagging. I already know who you are, I can see your name.
Ramon just became his sponsor, his mentor.
Yeah, plus you're
come by here on Tuesdays. Me limpias el garage.
You're using the wrong spray can.
No, you're using a two-finger flare. I'm like, dude, in my days we were 5 fingers, puto. 5-finger flare, I say. That's some fucking rookie shit right there. Que sabe qué, que sabe cuánto. No, I'm sorry, mister, I won't do it again. And he kept calling me mister. I'm like, fuck, I think that was pissing me off more than him fucking tagging up the alley. Yeah. So I'm like, all right, man, just take off and fucking...
Get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out of here,
so
right?
Did Dennis the Menace call you fucking Mr. Wilson?
No, that's just Mister.
Mister.
I've gotten a don.
A don?
Yeah, from where I live at. Because people been going up there. People been going up there to steal shit.
Está cabrón, güey, don.
So I get to see people coming up and shit. So one of the neighbors, she's older than me. One day I was walking down to my car and she's like, Don Fausto, se dio cuenta de...
Don Fausto.
Yeah, I'm like...
You're like, I'm 32, lady.
You're older than me, ma'am.
¿Andabas en tu hacienda, güey?
Andabas being Hugh Hefner with your fucking rope?
Le faltaba.
Don Fausto.
No, but yeah, I got a Don Fausto. I'm like, what the fuck?
Hey, eso se agüita, no? The first time they're starting to treat you like an old man.
I don't know. When did you realize that you were like...
A don.
a mister. When did you notice that, hey, you know what?
That's it?
No, not that. That's it. But it's like, I don't get this fucking...
This next generation.
When the conversations with my friends went from where we're gonna go get fucked up to, hey, güey, échale pinche coconut oil en los callos, güey. That'll do the paro, güey. Oh, sí, güey. When we got starting about fucking
The home remedies?
The home remedies, güey, that's when I knew. Nah, it was, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, wasn't it? We had a Friendsgiving a while back.
Last weekend.
Last weekend.
A while back.
I know.
Fuck.
We had fucking yesterday.
¿Te chingaste el red velvet o qué?
Ahí tengo un pedacito todavía, güey.
Nice.
I'm saving that one up.
When did you know? When I forgot the weekend, güey.
No way. So we had the Friendsgiving, and it was funny because even you brought it up. I'm like, hey, wait, ¿te acuerdas que fucking we would be all fucking pedos right now? Que la chingada.
Yeah. Oh, we were right here, no?
Yeah, we were outside over here, and then it's like, yeah, wait. Fucking earlier, I was con esta Mari, I was talking to her. I'm like, hey, Mari, ¿te acuerdas antes? Like, fucking, eran las 10, güey. Yeah. Remember, like, fucking before 10 o'clock, because we were just either leaving or getting to a fucking club or somewhere to the bar. Yeah. She's like, yeah, man. She's like, shit. Yo a las 10, yo estoy en mis pijamas getting ready to go to bed. Yeah. I'm like, fuck, yo ya tengo sueño. and we were rolling about it. I'm like, and then we look at each other like, fucking old. Ya nos agarró, but for me it was when I heard reggaeton.
Reggaeton?
That's
why you didn't get it?
It didn't
I don't
speak
like
to
that
me.
music that much.
No, it didn't speak to me. I can't connect to it. I mean, I guess the earlier forms, if you think about it, is just the Melomanés. It's the Mentirosa.
Yeah.
Right?
I guess,
That's almost the beginnings. It's like Rico Suave.
Yeah.
If you think about it, that's the origins of the beginning of that fucking...
Oh, the requesón?
Yeah.
Is that a sponsor?
Oh, yeah, no, I haven't thrown...
But maybe because it's not really... I mean, reggaeton, it's not really like the culture, no? Like the Hispanic, like Mexican...
It's Latino. It's more like a...
I think it's Central American.
No, Puerto Rican, Dominican.
Okay,
yeah. But los Latinos, I mean, the Mexicans también.
Yeah, they picked it up. and.
But maybe that's why también you couldn't like really vibe with it, way.
Probably.
Yeah, it doesn't speak
I think it's just
same thing because I didn't vibe with me gusta, but it's been around. It's la bachata, güey. I like bachata.
Which is that one?
Like es más como la guitarra, like...
Yeah, la pinche...
¿No es la de José Luis Guerra y su 440?
No, güey. Quisiera hacer...
Un pez...
No,
ese
yeah, it's pinche. But that's because he reached Don status, way. That's Don music right there.
I know.
That's when you go from Marlboros to fucking Arturo Fuentes cigars. That's why when I realized it too. Or when I started fucking, this is another one.
So, ahorita al comenzar, Fernie was running a little late, right? So we set everything up, and then fucking Esteban's like, you know what? I don't want to say it because I know you guys are going to make fun of me, but fucking I started smoking pipes. I'm all like, what? I'm all like, dude, I'm fucking down with that shit. I wouldn't mind having a pipe, you know? Just like, ahí sentaditos afuera con la pinche pipa, and then they got all these flavors, right? They're like, you know, I was telling la mija, and I'm like, these fuckers are going to make fun of me, but I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Right? I'm like, no, güey, al contrario. So...
That's why I didn't say shit.
Yeah, it's because it's carrilla, güey. I became a pipe smoker.
Pues yo también right away when he fucking I saw it on la mesa, I was like, hey, pinche Popeye, what's that elote right there?
It's a corn. What is it?
It's a corn cob.
It's a corn cob pipe.
Yeah.
Corn husk.
It's the newbie kind of, just to know if you're gonna like it or not.
Yeah, but I mean, I wouldn't mind. I really don't smoke cigars. I mean, but I wouldn't mind doing a pipe.
Yeah,
pretty good.
It tastes good. Way it's not the same as a cigarette because you just taste it and it's like therapeutic because you think about your breathing. It's not like pinchy, like you're not hitting a bong way. You're not trying to get that bong all the way down to the snap. So I guess this too way is more of a sabes que ya.
Yeah.
Ya empieza a doler los huesos.
Yeah,
Don status, güey.
Don't stop.
I know, luego al rato ya el Vaporú is more of a fucking target item that you need to start adding to the cart than after.
You gotta replace the hot Cheetos with Vapor Rub.
No, güey, con el pinche sal de uvas, güey, el Alka-Seltzer.
Oh, yeah.
Pinches agruras, you can't, I can't do certain foods at night anymore.
Which ones?
I don't want to say because me van a dar carrilla.
A mí la pizza, I can't eat pizza.
Oh, yeah, pizza, but I can't eat chorizo.
Certain breads. That's why you got the soy chorizo.
We know this is lies.
But Ramon sent the text the other day. You guys remember?
I have that picture.
No, se me está grabado as burned, güey. It's like burned. Pinche chorizo.
I didn't even. Ramon was the first one that pointed at the side. I didn't even know Costco had chorizo, man. You get that family
You got that
pack.
value pack.
He's got the one that the loncheras get for the fucking burritos de huevito.
We had one of the episodes behind, Fernie started talking about how his mother-in-law snuck in the soy chorizo, right? So then we have one of our listeners, Steve Aquatic.
Alex, that guy's cool, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to Alex.
So he pulls up the picture, soy chorizo, like a whole section of it, right?
Yeah.
And then Fernie's like, dude, I like how even the chorizo introduces himself. Soy chorizo. Soy chorizo.
Yeah, I know.
So I'm like, all right. The mija and I went to go buy stuff at the supermarket for the Friendsgiving that we were having.
Yeah.
Right? So
no.
No. She went one side, I went to the other side, and then I'm in the meat section.
Of course.
Y voy viendo the soy chorizo. I'm like,
Shut.
hey, what the fuck? Buena.
Let's see what all the fuss is
I
about.
know.
De todos el que agarró. De todos el que agarró.
El más grande.
He was squeezing them como si fueran pinches aguacates. No, this one's not ready.
Oh, no, eso está muy pasado.
This isn't gonna.
Está muy manoseado ya.
Previously, it was frozen. It was frozen.
This one won't blend well with the pinches huevos estrellados.
Le gusta nice and firm.
So then I got the chorizo, and I'm like, and I was gonna take a picture of it, but there was a lot of people around. So
Hey, but let me ask: did you position it on purpose right there? Okay.
yes, I did.
Okay.
So. But también at the same time, I'm like, I don't know. No sé qué me da when you go somewhere and people are taking pictures of their food, y todavía no se sienten ni lo prueban ni nada, but they're taking pictures and then they're posting it, toman como unas 20.
You're taking a picture of a chorizo. It's
Well,
another level.
that's what I want to go with. I'm like, fuck, me van a ver y estoy tomando esto, no vaya a ser que piensen mal, se me pongo al lado del carro y lo bajo para acá abajo.
Yeah.
Lower
It's
section.
pretty discreet.
It's pretty discreet. And I take the picture, I'm like, hey, miren lo que me encontré.
No, he texted the thread. I got a little curious.
Yeah.
And then it was like a pause y no había nada.
It was like a Donald Trump fucking tweet pause.
No, so what happened is I don't know if you noticed.
I
don't know if you noticed that in certain supermarkets, however, your signal is not that good on your phone.
Yeah, it's the wiring.
Yeah, not the fluorescent lights.
Usually to the back of the store, your signal.
Pues donde estaban todos los freezers
Que no
y
digan
todo.
que no damos tips en Chicano Shuffle.
Right? So I know. So if you ever have a problem,
So if you're gonna text in the supermarket,
Wi-Fi.
Not text tips, texting tips.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna text in the supermarket, make sure you're in the front of the supermarket,
Exactly.
not the back.
Yeah.
Because todo está allá atrás. So I made the mistake of taking the picture and then I send it. I'm like, fuck, I didn't put a comment. So then I follow it up with a comment. I got a little curious. Check it out.
Yeah.
That's what I put. So nomás salió the I got a little curious.
And then
Check it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just went out and it's like
I don't see shit.
and then I'm all like fucking Stowe answers are like, check out what? I don't see anything.
Yeah, he's getting
and I'm like, what the fuck? So then I see.
He's getting anxious.
And the picture still says sending. I'm like, oh. I'm like, give it a minute.
It's because it was a big chorizo.
It was the
pretty big file away.
Yeah. It went back to the 56K modem days. Because that chorizo
it was bringing it out like this.
To get that chorizo through the pipa, estaba cabrón.
That was a tight fit.
How long did it take to send that text? Like,
I don't know. Until I decided to move from the frozen section.
Enough that Stowe got impatient.
Stowe was like, I don't see anything. What are you doing? What are you talking about?
He had to delete some apps so he can send the picture.
Too much chorizo.
Shit. So yeah, finally con la cara, he's like, oh. I see. And that was it. Yeah.
And then I was trying to make it a normal conversation. I was like, hey, wait, well, joke aside, way. No chingadera. That chorizo tastes good with papas, con un pinche sope con papas y chorizo, te dije, ¿verdad? Y luego el pinche Ramón. So you mean to tell me que what did you say?
No, so what I take it from this is that te gusta que te den papas y chorizo en tu sope.
No se puede.
And his response is like, fucking asshole. He's not like, sí, ¿por qué?
Sí, ¿por qué, Ramón? Yo pensaba que sabías.
This concludes our transcribing of text.
I know, but the thing is, I couldn't get him. I didn't have a comeback. I'm like,
just own up to it. That's a good tip, guys. If you ever get into a fucking situation, a shuffle, where people try to make fun of you, just say, sí, ¿por qué? Just fucking brush it off, way. They won't know what to say, way. It's like the universal, like, all right, way, let's go get something to eat, way. Yeah. They won't say it, way. Just go, sí, ¿por qué?
Yeah, and then I'm like, motherfucker. He's like, right away, he blocked me. I'm like, damn it. I'm like, no, por nada. Yo nomás preguntaba.
Yeah.
You know, but fucking shit. But you know what? I just realized something and still gave me a look.
Yeah, you forgot the sponsor.
Yeah.
I told you like 30 minutes ago.
Yeah, he did.
No me pelaste.
No.
Yeah.
You
That's
just
we
give me
started the chorizo conversation.
No, that was even before that, way. All he said was así, ¿por qué? And I moved on, way.
Oh, man. Well,
pues ya déjalo para el final, güey.
Bueno, voy a echarme dos para el final, entonces, ¿eh? Sí.
El pinche. Te iba a preguntar, so I saw an article, the LA Times. You know how fucking people ate in Boyle Heights, and we were talking about that one time, the gentrification, the coffee shop.
Yeah.
And some dude wrote an article about how it essentially boils down. Why is it that all the raza was like protesting this little coffee shop? Because I mean, it has two güeros and a little Salvadorian guy that owns it, but they protested that, but they didn't protest the Starbucks like down the street.
No.
And I was just curious, like, what you guys thought about todo ese pinche desmadre?
So they didn't mind the Starbucks?
No one complained about the Starbucks.
Yeah.
No one complained about the Starbucks, but that little coffee shop all of a sudden is bombarded with like they're fucking being assholes.
And it's just because they're charging more for a cup of coffee?
Well, no, because it's a sign of the times that's coming, you know?
Yeah.
Like in my eyes, it is a sign of the times. Like it'll be the coffee shop, and then next door eventually will be fucking vintage jean store, you know?
Yeah.
And then like another little mamá, like it just same thing. Like started with the galleries, now the coffee shop first. They're encabronados because it's two güeros. Like two güeros run it, and like it doesn't say that, but like the silent investor dude was like a Salvadorian dude.
Yeah.
So Latino. So no one knew. Like even like one of the first stories I read when they started doing that, they convinced the Salvadorian dude, hey, well, fucking come help us out, fucking go talk to the raza, you know, outside.
Yeah.
And
Da la cara, güey. Da la cara.
No, yeah, he showed up, but he didn't go out and go, hey, fucking, ¿qué pedo con mi pinche destino? He went, hey, what's happening? Oh, no, que pinches güeros, que fucking white dudes and fucking da-da-da moving into the neighborhood, and so they're going to start the wave and blah, blah, right? And dude was like, well, yeah, this is my shop, so I don't understand. What's beef?
Yeah,
yo soy fucking del Salvador, güey. Yo soy latino como ustedes, ¿qué es el pedo?
Yeah.
And they were still like, pinche vendido.
Nah, wait, that's fucked up, man.
But I'm saying they're already giving him shit, and they're still giving him shit.
You know what it is? It's like we're stubborn. Like we're like the pride won't let us accept our like, oh really? Disculpen, you know, like, oh, you know what? No hay pedo. I'll leave it alone. No, wait.
They're already talking shit. Might as well keep going.
I know. You're like, ¿sabes qué? Fuck, well, no me cae. ¿Por qué? Porque son güeros. But yo soy el dueño. Me vale madre, pinche vendido. Todavía tienes güeros. Why don't you hire fucking raza then? Type of deal, I guess, might have been even then, you will never be happy. We're always Well, not in general. But
it's because I don't think it's that. I mean, estos güey se pasan de verga también. Like the way they do it, I'm surprised I haven't like fucking broke window or like a window or anything. Ay, güey. ¿Ya se te había olvidado?
No. I was keeping an eye on it.
It was like I said.
Keeping an eye on it.
Sí, ¿qué?
Le gusta la vergura.
Sí, ¿por qué? Sí, ¿por qué?
I was keeping an eye on it.
Este güey, binoculars.
No, wait, all right. So,
No, I was just saying. It's like I'm saying it because I think it is to an extent where like we were saying like the Starbucks is a Starbucks. Everybody wants a fucking Starbucks now in their corner, way. Mm-hmm. Even though there'll be 2 Starbucks on the fucking corner.
No.
But this other little shop, it does kind of show that the wave is coming, you know, like because you get that little shop and like I said, it just grows, but I think it's gonna happen anyways.
I guess Boyle Heights or East LA better get worried when Trader Joe's moves in, because then that's definitely gonna be a sign of the times.
Whole Foods way. The Whole Foods is a stamp.
But the Whole Foods, that's fucking.
That's what changes everything. But I think, Fernando, okay, it's going to be coffee way. But if there's a fucking burger joint that fucking sells really good burgers next to a McDonald's, it's going to be the same shit way. They're not going to want it because it's fucking...
McDonald's is cheaper.
Way.
Faster.
And they give jale to the fucking...
And it's a drive-through. You don't have to get off. You don't have to worry about...
I'm wondering si el salvadoreño way that owns that spot, if he hired like gente más como de hispana...
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like from what
would it still be an issue?
I haven't been there. El pedo es que... So like I said, I think son los tres. It's 2 güeros and the Salvadorian guy that own it. But all the pictures I've ever seen of dudes like behind serving coffee son los dos güeros.
Okay.
So like that's what I'm saying. I don't think I ever read that the dude was like a silent partner that just put the lana. Mm-hmm. But I think that's what it was. Like he said, all right, I'm gonna put 150,000. You guys run it, you know.
Yeah.
And it's always so you show up and it's always the 2 white dudes. So it's not even like that. It's not a big. It's a tiny little fucking shop way. Like it's a tiny shop. But what they're saying is exactly like this is just the start. We let this coffee shop stand.
Yeah.
Then va a crecer. Next there's going to be another little shop. Acá van a poner
and
like
it's going to just
shop.
completely change the neighborhood.
As opposed to Starbucks, it's not something like a Starbucks, okay? Then they put a Jack in the Box and put a McDonald's. That doesn't necessarily mean que viene the wave, you know?
It's all perspective, way. Like, if I lived in a neighborhood like that, I would appreciate options, way, that are healthier than fucking Starbucks.
Yeah.
I'm not going to eat a fucking caramel frappuccino that's going to fucking kill me. I'd rather get something that's...
my feelings?
I'd rather get something that's...
That was personal.
No, I don't even know that you drink that way. I'd rather get something that's a little more healthy, way.
That's our snack, way. Fucking funny.
My uncle was 550 pounds, and when he died in his sleep, that was the drink that was sitting right next to him. That was the last drink that he had.
El más mamado?
Yeah, the caramel frappuccino with whipped cream and all that shit.
El Venti?
No sé qué size era.
I don't know if that's the one that put him in the ground, though, way.
I mean, yeah, but that was the last thing he had.
That's the last thing he had?
No, but I'm just saying, I see where they're coming from, way, but I think
they don't see it as like they're giving them options, way. Like, why would you want to eat all that shit instead of having people that are coming in that are a little more cautious of health and stuff that maybe you should gravitate towards?
But it goes to like what we were talking about, the gentrification last time, where that little shop and then the next little shop and then some more güeros move in, the house prices like they're doing now there start rising.
Go up.
Yeah.
And then the raza goes out because you can't afford shit anymore. So I understand where they're coming from. I just think they're being like super dicks about it.
Yeah.
Who, the raza or
the raza?
Oh, yeah, the raza.
It's not the raza, coach.
Because, I mean, it's a business. Someone put a business in your neighborhood. Someone is investing in the neighborhood, you know? Like, they said, I'm going to put a coffee shop here and it's my business, you know?
Who knows? Maybe that thing can grow into a bigger place and it's creating more jobs.
I wonder if it would have been different if it would have been, si no estuvieran los güeros. Maybe serán because of the güeros. That's why they're going. They're going
the güeros don't help for sure.
Yeah. But if I mean, let's just say, if I ever win the lotto, let me have once a coffee shop, I would give her a coffee shop.
Yeah.
Especially around the same neighborhood. Aquí no hay, güey.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I like to go and have a coffee and sit on the outside, fucking echar chisme or just hang out and everything.
Cafeteando, güey.
But I think it's just like he says, the people, because the Tierra Mías don't have white people, depending on the one, like the one in Linwood, it doesn't have white people.
Is it Linwood or is it Southgate?
It's Linwood. It's like before the
train track things?
Before the 710, that's Linwood one.
Oh, okay, because there's one on...
There's one over there.
There's one on Firestone and Atlantic.
Yeah,
no, that's Southgate.
That's Southgate, right?
I'm talking about the one in Linwood on Imperial.
Yeah, they're expanding. Esos güeyes también, cabrón.
Pero eso es pura raza también, güey. And I think if they have white people working in there, it's a different perspective, güey.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. For sure they don't help, güey.
Yeah.
But then that falls into reverse racism, doesn't it?
There's reverse racism everywhere, way. People just don't acknowledge it.
Not, I wouldn't say... I hate that fucking stupid reverse racism. It's just racism, way.
Well, yeah, but it's racism. But... because automatically people assume it when you say racism is against, minorities.
This fucking
but
reverse
the
racism.
Reverse racism is minorities against the güeros or the other races,
No, I mean, because like I said, I understand their point. Like, it's like I keep saying, that if you let that coffee shop stand, then va a estar pinche the vintage jeans and the fucking little vinyl shop.
And then the apothecary, or ¿cómo se llaman esos? The soap places?
Oh, the pocket therapy or some shit?
Apothecary,
yeah, I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but it kind of, the same thing. It makes sense, like what Esteban's saying too. Like, if it's good coffee, it's good coffee,
Yeah.
It's better coffee in Starbucks, and it's better coffee in Starbucks.
Yeah.
Whether it's a white dude, a Mexican, or fucking...
It's that just we don't like change, way, and we're used to like a certain thing, and we can't adapt to change.
Raza has a hard time with change, but in that case, it's like I'm saying, like once these shops come in, the güeros are already coming in because it's next to downtown. The price is already going up. Yeah. It's already happening. Yeah. Even if they stop this coffee shop, I think it's not going to change shit.
Not only that, then you got the metro right there that makes it accessible to go anywhere too.
That's part of it too. Yeah,
it's just they could go to work. They could just hop on the GO line and then boom, transfer over to fucking 7th Street. They east, boom, on the Queranir.
I think it's too late. I think that line is crossed.
So if we were to open up a nice taco shop and we opened it in the neighborhood and we hire white people to run it, it'll be a totally different.
Yeah.
They won't accept it the same way.
Yeah, because
they won't accept it the same way if we had like the fucking Latinos working the front or whatever.
I wonder how we're gonna hire the fucking güeros to.
Yeah, because
tacos.
I can imagine. Let's just say my parents went to this little shop and they wanted to order tacos. Están los güeros enfrente. Sí, if they don't really understand that, que mi dad le pida ¿tiene taquitos de maciza? Pinche güero's gonna be like, what is that? It goes back to that fucking George Lopez bit where like, what kind of fountain drinks do you have? ¿Qué?
Yeah.
Oye, ¿qué es un fountain drink?
It's Fountain Town.
¿Es soda? Why you not say soda, stupid? So it's gonna fall into that and like
you can't control way.
You can't.
You know what? I've been reading a lot of books that are teaching me that you can't control what's outside of you. You only can control yourself and how you react to it. I can't control the weather, but I can control how I feel about the rain and how I interact under the rain. I can't control traffic, but I can control what I do during traffic. If I'm gonna bitch and complain about it being hectic, or am I gonna fucking listen to a podcast and learn something on my way home?
Are you listening to Chicano Shuffle?
No.
No.
Fucking putos, huh?
So everybody's always worried about outside elements instead of focusing on the only thing that you can control is yourself.
But it should start, like you're saying, inside. But then once you do that, you have to worry about the outside too. Because if not,
you can't really, because that's you taking it personal when it has nothing to do with you. You can't. It does,
because that's your environment. So if I live in this house, and everything around changes me, and I don't care because I just care about myself. That's just you being selfish. Because
it's not being selfish. It's like, okay, I'm gonna I have this spot now. Oh shit, I can go here now instead of complaining about it.
No. But I'm saying you're talking about like, oh yeah, tengo otras hamburguesas I can try, and otro café.
That's just how I feel. It's a perspective of whatever you're going through. There's really no good and bad way. It's how you perceive it. If I perceive a situation as an obstacle that's negative, that's my perception. I could perceive it as negative, or I could perceive it as it helping me and learning something out of it. So it's what I give it the label.
Eso sí. Yeah, but I'm saying you can't just...
Because the way I'm seeing it is like, I see your point. It's like, before you help others, you have to be able to help yourself, right? You have to be, I'm just using it as a metaphor, Before you can help, make anybody or help anybody make a change, you first have to change yourself and be in a good place to help others, right? So you can't control what others do. But before you reach out and help them out, you yourself have to be okay.
Well, it's not really about reaching out, Ramon. It's how do you feel about the situation?
No.
Are you making it a negative? Because there's no feelings attached to anything. You give it the feeling. You give it if it's negative or positive. So it's your perspective.
No, I get it. What I was using is like a metaphor to kind of understand your point in ese sentido, only because, not that I have a hard time with it, but I'm trying to see it in different ways. But so, like, if I want to help others, and this is again a metaphor, I have to be good with myself, right, in order to help others, right? So how you see life, if you see life as all negative, then everything else around you is going to be negative, right? Yeah. And if you try to find the positive in the negative, then you're okay to maybe venture out and try to do the rest for your community, right? So you're saying that however you see it, your perspective, it affects you. But let's just say we're living in a neighborhood where, and I'm just throwing that one out, it's a gang infested or drug infested. Now you're saying that everything outside, it's not really negative because you're not seeing it as a negative, right? But if you see it as a positive, you can make it into a positive. But the thing is, it's affecting the neighborhood. You got drugs, you got gangs, you got vandalism, you got people getting killed, you got people getting high, you got people like passed out on the street or fucking muriéndose, OD'd or whatever. So it does affect what's going around in the neighborhood. Even if it is negative, you have to find a positive out of it. So I guess the positive would be trying to make a change in that, right?
How does a guy overdosing outside, or how does that affect me?
Because it's outside my house.
It's outside your house.
But it doesn't affect me.
I'm saying it should, because
I don't think it should, because that's your perspective. It's what you feel on the situation.
But right now you're single. If you had a family, wouldn't it affect your family now?
I can't talk about other people personally. If I was in a situation, it'll push me to get a better job. It'll push me to get a better life for my family, and not have to put them through that. I wouldn't be there and complain about the neighborhood. I wouldn't stay there. I wouldn't stay there and say, you know what, this life sucks. You guys are coming in. That's not that, and I'm talking personally. I'm not giving anybody advice.
No. That's what I want to understand.
I would better myself and move my family away from that, because guess what, there's people way before me that have done the same thing, and there's people way after me that are going to do the same thing. They're going to, instead of complaining about it, they're going to better their lives and give their kids the future that they think they deserve.
But you are in a point where you could do that. Why? Because everything, believe it or not, you're a legal citizen. You were born. You're a citizen of the United States. Yeah. So you could pack up and leave. You could move anywhere. You speak.
There's plenty of. I know immigrants now that have houses where.
No. Yeah, but they have houses where they could afford.
Yeah.
But like what he's saying still applies, because there's a lot of, like, even now, like the whole immigration thing's happening. Haven't you seen all these vatos that are coming up that are business owners that are immigrants? Yeah. And they're saying, Dick, I create this many jobs. Yeah. And I'm an immigrant, so why am I a problem? Yeah. So what he's saying still applies, whether you're immigrant or not.
It might be controversial, Ramon, and I'm not trying to change people's views of their life. I'm just giving you what I feel. No. And I feel like, let's say, Ramon, I tell you something, way, and it hurts your feelings. I can't control your feelings, way. So why am I going to stress over it? If something's happening around my community, way, I can't control that, way. The only thing that I have control over is how I react to the situation.
But you have influence in your neighborhood. So, like, just the same way that the neighborhood's affecting your decisions, you're saying, like, worry about yourself. But the neighborhood, you quieres avanzar because the neighborhood sucks and you want to get out of that neighborhood.
But you know what? Why do I have to worry about the guy that's homeless? That's his path. Maybe that's what he needs in his path to teach him whatever he needs to do in his life. That's their life, dude. I have nothing to do with that. That's their journey. I think they need to go through stuff like that.
I think you have a point in the sense of, like what Ramon says, you have to start with yourself, right? And if to get out of a neighborhood, whatever. But I think that's a big problem nowadays, también, even like with the youngsters, that everybody worries about themselves. Like, take the issue, like the schools, that everybody's all fucking pissed, and fucking argument that you always hear is, Dick, why am I going to pay for some other kid's school?
But it's not even about yourself, Fernando. That's not the right way of looking at it. It's about worrying about yourself, but not having bad intentions. You can't give malice to somebody. I'm not gonna worry about myself and treat other people like shit. That's not what I'm saying.
No. I wasn't even assuming that.
No, but he's saying that it's more of like you can't just worry about yourself because there's other people.
Well, there's other things. Yeah.
Well, it's not being like that. It's just, why am I worrying about outside elements that I cannot control? I cannot control what happens outside. I could only control how I feel about the situation, Ramon. And doing it with good intentions.
Oh, I think I understand what you're saying. Yeah.
Well, then let me go back to, remember, just a couple of minutes ago, I was talking about the kid tagging in the alley.
Yeah.
I can't control his life. I can't control the shit that he's going to do or not.
But you can control how he's treating you. What he said that he got you, that he called you a señor, you can control how you feel about that.
No, but it wasn't even about that. I just made my presence known. Mm-hmm. I could have been like the other neighbors and just stayed quiet and looked and say, fuck, well, he's not tagging my house.
Yeah.
He's tagging the alley and my neighbor's wall. Right? Este es un pedo de él. Fuck it, I'm going to leave it alone.
Yeah.
Porque no es la mía. So I'm only going to worry about me. But I took it upon myself. I'm like, hey, what the fuck? This is an alley. I know nobody comes back here. We go back there. La mija drives there. I drive through there. I don't want to fucking see it tagged up. I don't want people tagging this up. So I took an approach and I called it out. And I told him, because it's not my wall, it's my neighbor's wall. I can't control what they're doing to his home or anything. I can't control this kid, but I did have control of the situation where I stopped them.
But you know what? That's not making you a grumpy person. That's not making you a negative person. That's not making you somebody that hates life. That's not making you hate other people. What that's making you is a human that cares.
But it's
I think because we're misunderstanding what he's saying. Like I think I was taking it as he was kind of saying, you got to be a little selfish.
No, there's no selfish. There's no selfish.
I think I understand what you're saying.
We're all made from the same thing, Fernando. There's no need to treat somebody lower than you.
No,
that's not what this is about.
That's what we were trying to.
In relation,
for me, that's what I wanted to understand.
Come on, you guys know how I am. Am I really that kind of person?
No, because you even talked about going to for Thanksgiving. You and your chick went to the homeless.
I'm not that kind of person. It's not like that.
And I get it, because you said you read this and you were you're doing a different approach. So I just wanted to help you make me understand the process of it. That's why I was using metaphors or like using different examples.
Because in your story you're saying about the tagging, it's not. I don't think he was saying that you can affect this kid. He's talking about like the way you perceive it.
Yeah, yourself.
Like, so exactly. Your actions, what you did was what you did, because that's you, because you're a person, you want to help, right?
Yeah.
So it has nothing to do with the neighborhood or that kid action.
Yeah, exactly.
It's what you're doing, the way you're looking at it.
Exactly.
You could have taken the view, like you said, of, Dick, it's not my fucking house.
Yeah.
And that would have been your view, and it's fine,
Yeah.
But you took a different view that said, Dick, I gotta go talk to this kid.
Yeah.
Right? That's what he's saying about you, like the way you intercept and perceive.
It's you. That's what I was trying to say.
The way he was saying it sounded kind of like, oh, you have to just worry about yourself.
No, it's not
that's not what he's saying.
Yeah. We're all made from the same thing.
It's like a kind of way, like it's just kind of say, like kind of be like you're saying, find the positive so that you can move forward.
Yeah.
That's kind of like
that's what I was
maybe
going
not exactly
with, like maybe not I don't want you to feel like I'm coming at you.
No, because I'm not.
Okay,
that's your perspective, Ramon. And you know
I
what?
wanted you to help me understand your perspective.
The way it is too, Ramon, is that kid that was tagging, we've all done it, or we all could be the same thing. Mm-hmm. To treat people the way that you got to put yourself. If I went through what these people went through, if I had the same kind of a DNA that these people have to, we're all capable of doing whatever horrendous that it is. If we were like those people, we would probably do the same thing. So it's not seeing somebody as like, oh, they're different or why would they do that? It's more of understanding that it has nothing to do with that's what they're going through in life,
Yeah.
And we can't. It's like if you gave your friend advice, and I've seen this before, but if you give your friend advice and they don't listen, agüita, like, ¿por qué?
Yeah.
¿Por qué?
Yeah.
And that's you. That's you.
But it doesn't keep me from giving it still.
Yeah, but you should. I'm not telling you what to do, but that's what I mean about perspective is you have no control over if they're going to listen to you or not, Ramon. All you can do is be the best person that you can be, and if they don't listen to you, it's okay.
And you're right about that, because I came to peace with that, because we know the same people, with the exception of work or whatever. We all hang out, we all have the same people. So we have a friend in common that she was always going through some issues, you know, and always the same story, and always the same advice. I'm like, hey, you just gotta make yourself play hard to get, or you gotta find the right one or whatever. Like, yeah, you're right. A week later, boom. Otro desmadre, you know? Always putting herself in a situation. And it got to the point where, like, it was over and over. And it's like, I'm not going to give up just once. Or just because they don't listen to me once, I'm going to give up. Or twice, you know? Yeah. It's like sometimes, in order for something to take change, you got to keep trying and you got to keep at it.
Yeah, you know what it is? This is what I learned this week. It says, failure shows us the way, by showing us what's not the way. So even if you fail, that doesn't mean that you're not doing it right. You're just failure is showing you, okay, don't go here, go here. You know?
That's the way Fernie and I fucking figured it out in the clavo right here in the carpentry. Well, that's how we figured out after failure and failure. We're like, we started getting the ideas and seeing things.
No cortas madera when you have hiccups.
I know. And you had to sneeze or, what was it? It was, measure 3 times, cut once. That's how. That's how
we used to cut once and then measure 3 times.
Yeah, like fuck, no acabar, güey. But no, I get you.
It's not the right size. Measure it again.
And it's through failure that we learn. It's like it's that when you trip on the stone on the road. You already know where the stone is at. Yeah. And, you might trip on it again, but ya la tercera vez, entonces, because you just don't.
Es que como humanos, we take everything personal. If somebody tells us something, we take it personal. Like we don't want, especially as guys, I can talk from experience. Like, I don't want somebody to make me feel like I can't do it, that I'm less of a man than they are. And so you start taking things personal. And when you change that perspective, it's like, well, it's not really, you can't really take it personal because that's that person's perspective of who you are, but inside who you are. And they said that a person's worth is measured by the worth of what they value. So that's how you measure somebody's opinion against you. You measure it by the worth of what they value. So if they're into negative shit, if they're going through shit in life, nothing that they say should be personal because we're all going through our same kind of issues and struggles. But I just don't want it to feel like, oh, well, this guy's just selfish. He doesn't want to help people. That's not really the way. It avoids stress. It avoids making assumptions. It avoids taking shit personal when it's the obstacle is the way, And
I agree. That's why I was asking, help me understand. Because I guess I understood it a different way. And now that you're pulling it out, I'm like, okay, I get it. I totally get it. That's why I want to use other examples or use other ideas just to help me understand. Because a veces, if I don't do that, me quedo with that thing and like, oh, this is what he meant without clarification.
And you can say like, it's easy. This is something that people also think that, oh, well, you have it easy because you don't have kids. Well, that was my choice though. It's easy. It's not easy to not have kids. It's not easy to not be in that situation. So when people come at me and tell me, oh, well, you don't have kids or you don't have this, that's by choice.
Yeah.
It was hard for me to survive my 20s without getting somebody pregnant. So if I have it easy, according to people, when I've been working on myself for 10 years, and they tell me that it's easy, well, no, it's not.
It's not.
It's been hard, and I know that my perspective might sound like, well, it's not realistic, but it's just what I've been working on.
No, I get it. Well, just wanted to make sure that we got that clarified. I don't want to, quiero irme a rato. I'm like, what a dick, fucking Esteban. Like, what an asshole.
What a selfish ass.
What a selfish fucker, man. Nah, I just wanted to make sure. That's why.
You know how I am.
No, totally. That's why some of these things that you were saying, I'm like, it doesn't.
And I might sometimes I might sound a little aggressive and like, what the fuck is he talking about? But I don't mean it. I don't mean it in a hateful way. It's just the way that I am.
Yeah. So I just wanted to clarify that.
Ya dijimos esa parte.
Yeah. All right.
Como 5 veces.
So we'll go get some coffee acá to promote el salvadoreño.
All right.
El amigo salvadoreño.
I don't know about that either. I don't know about that either. Like I said, I don't know if I want to speed it up.
Now, I gotta get these sponsors out of the way.
Dale, güey.
Yeah, because va a estar cabrón. So vamos a comenzar con el primero. We're gonna so the first one is brought to us by the maker. It looks like this guy. He makes pomadas. How do you say pomadas in English?
Pomade? No, that's hair stuff.
That's not a lotion.
Like lotion, no?
No, it's like what's vapor rub? That's a pomada for us. But.
Like thick lotion.
I don't know, like something that you rub on for soothing.
Ointment.
Huh?
Ointment.
Fucking A. All right, so this is process.
Shout out to Google.
I know, thank you, Google. So this is
nice.
This next sponsor.
Mi compa Google.
I know.
El Don Google.
Okay, so This is one of those low-key ointments, right? Those Mexican remedy ointments. All right. So this was brought to you by the makers of El Meojal para el pescuezo entumido. I guess they already had this ointment, right? It's for, stiff necks. So se llama Meojal para el pescuezo entumido. Les trae ahora la pomada Meloyo para la cabeza dolorida. No se los olvide. La pomada Meloyo. La encuentra en su farmacia favorita.
Ay, güey. I probably need some of that Meloyo, güey.
I'm pretty stiff after that conversation, güey.
Falta de confianza, güey. And then my second one is brought to us by so we like Fernie and I are renegade or guerrilla carpenters, right? We don't have no proper training. We don't have yeah. We don't have any.
We paid our dues with Ramon's finger.
I put us up in the map. So
when they ask me about my dues, I show his picture.
So this is brought to us by el dueño de la carpintería, El Clavito Sobado, en donde los muebles de palo son para que te sientes a gusto y para ser reforzados son pegados con cola. Pase usted a ver a la gran variedad de muebles palo fierro en la ciudad de Vernon. No se los olvide. La carpintería El Clavito Sobado en la ciudad de Vernon.
Stop by a Farmer John's to grab a little pack of bacon while you're at it.
Oh shit! Well, that for me, I don't know. I think I'm done.
Well, I think we're all done. We're
need some water after that.
This is almost El Doblado Part 2. Right?
I know, right? So I just wanted to say thank you to the sponsors. Thank you to the listeners. I think we have a new one. I think in Malaysia, we have a new listener out there.
Malaysia?
One listener. I don't know. But it came up in Malaysia, and it tells us we got a new one out there.
Oh, sure.
And then for our fans in, what was it, Minnesota?
Minnesota?
Oh, Minnesota's coming up.
Yeah,
man,
Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Thank you very much. We know you're listening, and thank you for listening. And I hope that, our little podcast gets you closer to home. All right. So this is, I don't know if any, Esteban, you have anything?
No, I just want to tell everybody to have a good week and take care of each other and don't take anything personal.
Stay away.
Bernie?
I took it personal. Hold on. No, man.
That was straight at you, wasn't it?
Me la directó. I saw his eyes.
Fucking pinche pedrada.
Take it personal, stupid.
Nah.
Had you in the
Quiero mi
crosshairs.
café, he said.
Nah.
No, wait. Just fucking. Thanks for listening. Don't forget to review and share.
Oh, yeah. And Señor Estufa?
No, nothing. Just listen to us. That's it.
Are you sure, Don Fausto?
See?
Don't Fausto.
See, Mr. Ramon. Ramon.
All right. Well, this is Ramon saying goodbye and thank you for listening.
Stabs, have a good week, you guys.
Fernando, see you next week.
Still, have a good one.
Órale, vámonos.
Chicano Shuffle, tomando chelas, chingando tacos, picking on stove. Chicano Shuffle, all kinds of masa. Bernie's all nervous, give him a beer. Chicano Shuffle, Esteve's an asshole, just lost some fans. Oh well, tough shit.
Oh shit.
Chicano Shuffle, Ramon's el guapo. He tells good stories. Let's interrupt.
We will.
Chicano Shuffle, we love our fans. We hope you like this. If not, oh well.